Hey, it's Justin and Cindy. Coco's in the back, beyond your front door. We're off for another winter camp, so we thought we'd bring you along. Whoa, hold on there, Sparky. We got a problem, and it might mean we can't go camping this weekend. I replaced a propane tank last week, and it leaks. I'll show you. So I just replaced this tank, a 30-pounder. Hooked it back up, turned it on, and when I turned it on, I can smell a little bit of propane. So I dug out my trusty propane tester and found out what the problem is. When I touch the hose, the propane sensor goes off. That's where the leak's coming from. A little order and some express shipping from Amazon, and a week later, I just got these replacement hoses in. Let's hope they fit. One of the disadvantages of these is they're heavy. Now, obviously, while I'm doing one side, kind of like headlights on a car. You replace one, a week later, you know the other one's going. So I'm going to replace both of these. And for those of you with truck campers, if you notice, this one is recessed. You can't actually get it out. You got to take this one out first. So I always use this as my primary tank, and this one becomes my backup tank. Got to be careful for the bottoms because I've got sensors on them. All right, the old one is off. As you can see, this thing is stiff as anything, so it's been like this for a little while. The new hose is a little bit longer, which is fine. I wasn't sure with the curve, and I thought it better to err on the side of caution. Also checking the threads. These threads are a little bit deeper, but this is a 1/4-inch MPT thread. There are two different kinds. I can't remember what the other kind is, but this is the one you want, which looks like it's the one that's in there. The one that's in there, if you can see, has a red on there. This new one came with a roll of Teflon tape. Very odd looking Teflon tape, but I'm going to put a few wraps of this on it just to be on the safe side. So I always like to make sure that I'm wrapping with the threads. That way when you engage into the receiver, it doesn't have a tendency to pull back. This stuff is slippery. I was wondering if I should pull out some tape that I've got, but we'll make it work. Put a couple of wraps of this on. There you go. Grab our warmed up and calibrated tester and see how we do. I'm particularly interested at the back to make sure that everything is tight in there. Got lots of flow. And I do believe I've solved the problem on that side. Probably noticed, in order to get up here safely, I have to climb a little step stool that I have. First world problems, I know. Let's go right to the back. And no alarm, so we're good here. Ta-da! Project done. Now we can go camping. Well, I'm glad we fixed that because that was a close call. We might not have been going anywhere. It is below 0 Celsius. Cool. We're going to head out into the mountains. There are a couple of spots that I've got in mind. We will see which one of those works out best for us. I'm trying to warm up the truck. It's cold in here.
It is very cold.
Hey, sweet girl. You good, girl? gosh, did I leave you? Did I leave you? You're so hard done to, aren't you? Come on, let's get you inside. Should we go set up camp? All right. Need to get in here safely. That'll make life easier. Oh, this is frozen. I don't even want to know. I brought some nice big pieces of wood for the base of a fire. Some small pieces of wood to get the fire going, and I have more in the truck. Let's see if we can get this started. There we go, that's getting a nice little bit of flame on there. Hopefully that'll get everything started. This looks like it's catching pretty good. I'm going to throw another couple of logs on the top here, just to make sure that we're good. I also remembered to bring my fire tools, because they're really handy for making sure the fire stays nice. A little concerned with the ice on the bottom. When the heat causes that to melt, it's going to cool everything down, get vapor in there. And this might be a little bit of a pain to keep going at first until we get some real heat in there. But it looks like it's starting. So hopefully this is a good sign. We've got the fire going. Coco's still inside. She'll be out in a minute. You can hear her barking already. But I just wanted to show you the camp. So there is a fire pit here, even if it was frozen. There is a picnic table. We're kind of self-sufficient. We've got our own comfortable chairs that are warm. And here's where we parked the camper. Just on the far side of here is Trout Creek. This is a provincial campground called Trout Creek Crossing, and it's appropriate because that's Trout Creek and there is a crossing just down at the end. I'll show you that later. And given that this is a provincial site, There is a little pit toilet up here, just up from the camp. I'm not sure if I'm going to be daring enough to try it. There's lots of garbage around here that needs to be cleaned up. I put it in the pile, try to deal with it tomorrow when we leave, but ick. Yeah, it's got a nice little fire going, giving off some nice heat. You can see we're just by the road. This road is fairly quiet. On this side here is the bridge, the crossing, which is where it gets its name from. It'd be nice to sit here and listen to the water. Hey, sweet girl. You're wrapped up in your blanket. Coco, you doing okay, sweet girl? Oh yeah, you get warm. Well, we've got set up, just sitting down with the fire and Coco. I'm regretting this whole not drinking in January thing because now would be the time for an adult beverage, and I have a dry camper, so no adult beverages with me tonight. So we'll just sit here and watch the flames. Still not bad. Are you watching the fire? Yeah? You gonna tell me about it? What is it? What do you see? Are you chasing chipmunks? Do you see chipmunks? Relatively simple dinner for tonight. These are just some Costco ribs, pre-cooked, heat and serve. These are going to go on the fire. I'm going to put them in some aluminum foil and just roast them on the fire for warm up 15, 20 minutes, something like that. And one, I am terrible at this. See all that? Makes me nervous in a camper that has no running water to clean up. We'll see what we can do here. All right. Normally, I would take the sauce out and baste it on, but because I'm going to do it this way, I'm going to cheat a little bit. I did bring my barbecue basting brush from home, so I will cheat a little bit and use that to make sure we've got good coverage. All right, I set up my little grill here. Inexpensive Amazon special. Works very well though. We're going to put that on it and grab some of those coals, put them under. Luckily, I've got my tools with me today. Got some fresh wood on the fire, and look at those coals cooking. This is going to be great. Well, the ribs turned out really nicely. Took a little longer than expected, but that's okay. Got some potato salad and just a regular salad that I just tossed with some ranch dressing. Pretty boring. Oh, my treat for the day, a Dr. Pepper. Gosh, I'm hoping this tastes good because it looks good and I'm hungry.
Yesterday I got so scared I shivered like a child.
Hey, sweet girl. I love you too. I know it's confusing with mommy in here, isn't it? This is just a daddy and doggy thing that we do. Holy smokes. All right, almost time for bed. One more little walk for Coco, and then I got to clean up camp. It's because we're visible to the road. It means that I don't really want all of our expensive chairs. I've got some tripods sitting out there. I want to tuck those away. It's going to be nice. I'm not sure if you can hear it, but the creek is just burbling away. So it's going to be lovely to sleep next to that tonight. Okay, it's bedtime. I'm sitting in bed with Coco. Just waiting to shut everything down. Dinner was lovely. The ribs cooked up really nicely on the campfire. Tasted delicious going down, but when you have a big meal out in the woods, you get sleepy. We played some games. I got entertained by my beautiful wife on her ukulele, or one of them. It was just a quiet, chill night. Sometimes that's just perfect. Tonight was one of those nights. Fire's gone out. I can hear the creek running along next to us. I think it's going to be a peaceful night's sleep. So unless anything interesting or exciting happens, we'll see you in the morning. Did you sleep well? Look at your messy hair again. Yeah, you got messy hair. Oh, you're a good girl. Brr, that's cold outside. It's got cold in the night. It's minus 7.7 Celsius this morning. Not sure what that is in Fahrenheit, but it's a little nippy this morning. We slept okay. A little bit cooler. We turned down the heat in the camper at night. But Coco wanted to come out for a little explore. When you could tell you're camping with your wife, you get a much healthier and bigger breakfast than I would make for myself. Got my coffee, a little bit of water, everything bagel, some veggie bacon, and some lovely looking scrambled eggs. The book for this weekend is The Making of Canada by Greg Cobell. It's a history of 20 people, extraordinary lives from the beginning of Canada. Very, very interesting. Goes into a lot more detail than you would normally get for names that you've probably seen in history books, if you're Canadian. I'm enjoying it. This looks great. Thank you, honey.
You're very welcome. doing?
Ay, 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 ay. There's the damage from that little twig.
Oh.
And that's why it crashed.
Oh dear.
No other damage to it though. All right, I'm tired now.
Yeah. Time for.
Hiking through the woods. So the drone made it all the way over to the other bank, which meant I had to hike all the way down to the bridge and all the way back through the woods. Oh, what a headache. Well, that was fun. Come to the woods, they say. Have a relaxing weekend, they say. Until you crash your drone and lose it. I don't know if you can see, took out a little twig, took out just one of those propellers, which means that this fell to the ground and got lost. Couldn't figure out how to turn on the return to home beep, so I had the headset on and I was trying to triangulate a drone that was perpendicular looking at the sky for the trees and everything. Thank goodness for my dear darling wife, who happened to spot it on the other side of the creek. What that meant was a huge hike and a traipse through the wood. And I found a separate creek that I had to cross on the other side. Oh, that was, well, over an hour's worth of fun that I wasn't expecting. Probably an hour and a half's worth of fun by the time I actually got this back. Props to Fire Tools, because this was actually on an ice floe in the lake. And I had my log moving tool from the fire last night, which I took with me. So I could reach down, grab this, and pull it through the tree, the branch, the shrubs, whatever you call it. I'm frustrated. It's been a long morning, late morning. Hopefully you'll get footage of that to show you what a disaster it was. I was working against the time of the battery in here because once it went dead, I had no frame of reference for where it possibly was. So it was a bit of a disastrous rush where I dropped my glasses in the snow and had to go find those afterwards. It's been a morning. Anyway, I hope yours was a lot less exciting than mine. We're out for a walk, but as you can probably see from all the footprints, we spent a lot of time out this way looking for the drone earlier. I was curious what was up here, because it looks like it's fairly well traveled. So we figured we'd come for a walk before we pack up and head home. It's funny, we've lost the sun already and it's maybe 2 o'clock in the afternoon. The sun was one of the main ways we found where the drone was. Helped us orient the direction. Yeah, we'd spent a lot of time walking around in circles trying to find that stupid drone. All right, my guess over here is that this is a third campsite in the summer. Looks to be a really nice stone fire pit. And there's a little trail up here. I don't know if you can see, it's got stone walls that somebody's built. All the way around here is stone as well. A nice little area, actually. Wow, look at this. It's just gorgeous up here. This is a user-maintained wreck site. So I'm not sure who would have cut this down or why. Definitely looks like it's had someone cut it down, and also I see footprints in here. Okay, I don't want to be judgmental, but that's quite the hack job here, whoever cut this down. trying to disguise themselves as a beaver maybe. I don't know. I'm going to call this the end of the road. Just trying to come through here and I got hit in the face. And I've had enough walking through woods trying to collect drones for today. Not sure what's down there. I think eventually it comes to a walking trail that's up this way. Next to the creek. It's getting pretty overgrown though with these bushes. I think we're going to head back and pack up. If you can see the ice shelf on the far side of the river, there is some foliage, some bushes over the top of it. That was what my drone was tangled up in. What a lucky thing. It was a few feet from going in the water and close enough to the bank that I could get it. Don't do that. Be careful. The sun's gone down and the temperature's cooling off. It's late afternoon on Sunday. We had a wonderful weekend here, but it's time to pack up the camper and head home. It was an adventurous weekend. Not only with almost losing the drone, which was a new expensive toy to me, but also camping with my wife and Coco, all my girls. It changes it a little bit. I'm used to Coco and I doing things a particular way, and having a third person in there. Cindy hasn't been able to come camping for a little bit of time with me, and there was a little bit of adjustment. Lovely though. Fantastic to have company. Fantastic to have somebody with better eyes than mine that found my drone and could see it across the pond there. And just fantastic to spend time playing games, hanging out with your partner. No TV, no messing around. Just quality time together. Fantastic. Hey, thank you for watching. If you got this far, please do me a favor. If you haven't subscribed, please hit the little button. Give us a like. Comments below. Love to hear what you think. Please no critiques on my lousy piloting skills. That was a little oops. Got that one. We'll see you next time. Have a great week beyond your front door.